Okay, so we're going to finish up the prelude to war, what we're calling. This will lead us right to where the beginning of the fighting starts in 1939. And there was a first video. This is part two, prelude to war, part two. There's another video that I posted. It has extensive notes. What I'm going to do is I will be posting some questions for you to look at in Classroom, and they will be labeled as extra credit prelude to war, and this is available for all students. You can look at any of the screencasts and you should be able to answer these, but you'd have to look at the full version of the first that I posted, or both of these versions. They're about the same. They're about 15 minutes total. So one of the things that happens that kind of shocks Europe is that Hitler and Stalin sign a non-aggression pact, and the cartoon says, "How long will this honeymoon last?" Basically, the Hitler had talked about moving east and taking lands in the east, and including Russia as a German national goal. And we talked about promising land to your country. So obviously the Russians react to this, and what people don't understand is that the fascists, the people who had the nationalized version of socialism, but it was also mixed with private industry and private ownership, had a hatred of communism, and communism had the same hatred for fascism. And they're both equally totalitarian systems. They're both horrible systems. The economics aside, the political and the human rights violations that both these countries perpetuate while Hitler and Stalin are in power are among the worst in the world, only probably to be rivaled by those of the Chinese communists from the 1940s to, in some ways, the present day, but certainly the 1940s, and then in the 60s and 70s during what was called the Cultural Revolution. And even today, many human rights abuses occur in China. These two people they create a system of government where the government crushes the people and is an enemy of the people in some ways. So when they sign a treaty, a non-aggression pact, it really scares the world, because in one, these two despots counterbalance each other. But now that they've joined, the whole world took notice, and this is really a shock. And what happens, this is signed in August of 1939, because these two countries are planning to go to war with Poland and split up a very large country and add to their sphere of influence in lands that they can dominate. This was based on need. Hitler feared communism and Stalin feared fascism. Both countries, the text says Hitler wants a free hand in Poland, but so does the Soviet Union. The Soviet Union wants some of that land, and they want to have a secure border for their homeland. So by joining with Hitler, Stalin is trying to protect the Soviet Union and also getting a part of some of the territory in Europe, and communism will expand. This allows Germany to go ahead and attack Poland with a free hand. 2 weeks later, they attack from the west. 2 weeks later, the Russians attack from the east, and Poland is basically carved up and destroyed. The Polish campaign shows how terrible World War II will be. The weapons have increased in their firepower, and the Germans have invented a new form of warfare that the world has never seen. It's called Blitzkrieg, and it's using massive air power, bombing of targets, both strategic targets, civilian targets, and military targets, and then the fast use of tanks, and then infantry and artillery to clean up anything that leaves behind. The world is going to be in a very dark period for the next 6 years, and it's called World War II. So I'll be posting some questions that you can answer. These are extra credit questions. You should probably use the videos for them. I know that many of you have no electricity. We will guarantee that we'll be flexible and work with you during this tough time. Have a great day. Stay safe inside, and remember, there's still a virus going around. So please, if you do go outside, wear your mask and socially distance as possible. Wash your hands often. We can get through this time. We're roughers, and roughers are tough. So have a great rougher day. Bye-bye.